Now let us try to understand what are the importance of career exhibition. So career exhibition provides you unique opportunity to interact with a large number of companies, recruiters that are on the mission to find prospective applicants having face-to-face interactions with recruiters is very important and also implants students in employees' minds. That means yearly. Here what happens? So career exhibition provides you some sort of unique opportunity, a special opportunity for the large number of people, where sometimes people coming from companies, recruitment days, those who want to recruit persons, they'll also come together, and also at the same time and those who are job seekers, or those who wanted to get employment, those also they'll come together. They'll be having some sort of face-to-face interaction. They'll be knowing about, so the different depends upon the type of skills, abilities the students have. Here the students the skills and other talents they can show in front of the companies, in front of the recruiters, and they'll be impressing about the recruiters, and they'll be able to recruit, and they provide job opportunity for the students and for different jobs according to their interest, according to their skills and abilities. So career exhibition are equal opportunity providing to all types of job seekers and also employers alike. Here that means providing some sort of equal opportunity for all the students, all the job seekers, or those who want to take employment. At the same time, and the employers also come and select the persons who are those type of persons are experts, those they wanted according to their requirement. They select the people. Here career exhibition meet, inform and interview hundreds of potential applicants. Here that is a place where people used to meet, used to discuss, exchange information and informing, right? These are the persons, skilled persons available, and these are the different types of companies are required, this type of persons, like the way informing all the type of, that means bringing awareness to all the students or job seekers, right? At the same time they can conduct a interview for hundreds of potential applicants. They can conduct a face-to-face interview, and they can recruit the persons, while job seekers get the chance to ask questions. Here what happens, they can ask and clarify what are the doubts they have about the job. That way they can clarify, they can talk to them directly, and they can get into the job, whatever the jobs they are interested. So slowly they'll be they'll have a good prospectus. Then talk up their skills and make important connections. They'll find out in this exhibition they'll be having some sort of building up relationship with the employers and also employee. At the same time they'll be explaining about their skills, talents, and about whatever the knowledge they have about regarding that particular job or particular type of skills what they wanted. They can impress, they can talk to them, they can ask questions, they can clarify. For all these purpose, these exhibition is very, very important. So career exhibition, keep in mind that you will be talking to many people, and your appearance will be big part of your networking success. That means here, see, this career exhibition is very, very important for about, you will be talking many people, because you can talk to many people, because you will be, knowing about what are all the things available. Depends upon your interest, depends upon your requirement or your abilities, according to your abilities. What are all your expectations, that you can meet people, and your appearance will be, because a big part of your networking success. That means, so face-to-face interaction, or where you will be presenting your skills, talents, that will be so making them aware of all those things. At the same time you will be a success in your networking, and you will have a good networking or good relation with the people, right? Career exhibition helps to discuss your talents, skills, experience and education. So mainly this exhibition provides you an opportunity to discuss, to express and also discuss, and you can present all your talents, all your skills, all your experiences and also whatever the qualifications you have. So that way, this gives you an opportunity to present all these things, and definitely you can select according to your qualification, according to your experience, then you will get the good job. And have a good sense of what position you want and what you can bring to the role. That means, see here, mainly what type of your interest, whatever things you are interested, in what job you are very much expert in that. That way you can get into what type of position you want. That way you can to select a different types of positions available. So according to your talent, interest, you can select a good position, and also you can get into the job, you can go along with the job, and you can fix up your future. Then you are selected proper future career, then you can go ahead along with the career. That way career exhibition provides you this type of opportunity. And career exhibition is very, very important, which will provide you with a good platform to network, build a rapport, and prospective employers, and also to establish important contacts, and opens doors to many opportunities for the future. Here, this career exhibition provides a platform for building up a network, building up a rapport. At the same time, so you can meet a prospective employers and also establish the base. So here, prospective employers, those who are good companies, or where you can establish more companies in different places. That way you can meet a prospective employers. At the same time, you can establish important contacts, and also opens door for the many opportunity for the future. For your future prospectus, it's very, very important. That way, so this career exhibition is very, very important for a better selection of better job, meeting many people, meeting expert. Through indirectly, you will be learning a lot. You will be getting a confidence, and you will be selecting whatever you are like to do job, whatever you are interested in that particular job, you can select that job. That way, so these are the some of the important aspects about related to career exhibition. Right. Then, what are the activities can be conducted or taken up in the classroom? Some of you can take up any activity, depends upon personal problems, educational problems, vocational problems, or about you can talk some emotional aspect of it. So all those type of things can be discussed, and not only one particular aspect, depends upon the whatever your the purpose or whatever the need which is very much needed for the children. So based on that, you can select some of the problems and activities to discuss, to talk, or to interact with the children. The activities for classroom, talk, right? And job link, both sides was listed of some of the activities. So what makes a good classroom talk activity mainly? So what type of activity can be taken to make a good classroom activity? A good classroom activity is which is a purposeful one. Whenever you are taking some activity, that should be purposeful one. That should be useful to the students. That should be real need to the students, and it is a fundamentally which is very much required for it's a basic things which I can take up, and which is very much needed for the children. Really, it is beneficial for the student. That type of activity could to be taken, and which should be purposeful, meaningful, and useful to the students. That is how those type of activities can be taken up to discuss in the classroom. Right. Then what consideration do you think help in planning a good classroom talk activity? Whenever you decide on a talk activity, you need to have some factors in mind. These considerations are presented in diagrammatic from the activity. Here, see, mainly whenever you want to take up some activity, how the activity should be, you must first think about what are the consideration do you think, what type of things to be taken up, and what consideration you keep in mind. And at the same time, you must keep planning for that particular classroom activity before taking that activity. When you decide the talk of the activity, you must think about the need to have some factors in a mind. So it is a need. What are the need? You must list out the need for this thing. And this talk activity, the teacher role, introduction, goals assessment, nature of the task, right? Task, that to be discussed. Here mainly, see, whenever you trying to talk in the classroom, teacher should play an important role in providing an introduction to that particular topic. And also about the goal, what is our purpose, what is the goal, what is our objective, and nature of the task, nature, all those things in the beginning itself, the teacher should discuss before, going to the topic. Right, goals. You need to think about what the purpose of the activity is, nature, of the task. You need to think at the task itself and how it will support your goals. Right? So introduction, think, you will, introduce the activity. So the goals and the purpose to be discussed, and nature of the task to be discussed, and about the need also should be help the children to understand what are the needs, what are the requirements, in what way, why we are discussing all these problems. So that way, that all which, through discussing all these things, whether it leads to realizing our aim, or realizing our purpose, whether it is possible to realize all those things or not. That way, we can think of all those things, right? Then, so what is the teacher role here? Teacher role, you needed to think about the actual performance by the pupils during the activity. That means, so here mainly, teacher, you must think about, so you need to, about the actual performance by the pupils, what actually they do. So each and every individual, what they are going to contribute, about to the solving of the particular problems, or about getting more and more information to know about that particular activity. That way, so that should be, everyone should contribute, right? And actual performance, the students should be thought over by the teacher. The assessment, now think about how you will monitor the activity. That means, so you should know about when you want to evaluate, or when you want to know about the complete activity, you must evaluate, or you must assess about the activity. That means how you are going to think about how you will monitor the activity, monitoring throughout the complete class task. So how do you monitor? How do you take care of? How do you complete the task? Class task, right? Then during the activity, even after it, you needed to monitor, assess how your people are doing. That means here you must see that when you are monitoring all these things about how your pupils are doing, how the pupils are contributing to the discussion or about the interaction. For each and every student, you provide opportunity for the talking to all the details. Right? Mrs. Koroman wanted the pupil to learn about capacity, right? And this is also an example that in KG3 classroom the following items are. What is it? 3 liter. Okay, this is not required. Classroom. Okay. Right. Here, answering to the goal. The goals, whatever the discussed, the goals of the lesson would be to involve the goals in a talk, to encourage all to participate, to learn our practical activity, to encourage the pupils to collaborate. Here, whenever you are talking about keeping the sub-purpose, so you must discuss about all the topic in detail. At the same time, you must involve the children, or encourage the children to participate in the practical activity, and encouraging the pupils to collaborate. Everyone should contribute and collaborate, and together they have to take a decision. That way, so whenever you are fixing a goal or achieving the goal, and also about the realizing or discussing all those things, you should make the children to participate and to collaborate with the activity. So nature of the task. Right? The task was that the pupils work in a group and find a way to measure the water teacher role. Right? These are all some activities not required. Okay. Now see, class talk only the talking about some of the problems or difficulties of the really needed for the children, that can be taken up when you fix up a purpose or introduction, purpose, and about the goal, right, and the whatever the activity to be discussed involving the children. So that is only you can write on your own in a general way, that is need not stick on to these things. So here, because whatever the problems, whatever the difficulties, whatever the educational, vocational or personal problems can be taken in the class talk. So now let us try to understand about the importance of class talk. Why do we organize class talk? What purpose it is required? So class talk interactions between teachers and students in regards to teachers' talk is one of the most important learning tools used in the classroom. So you all know that, see, class talk is a very, very important tool which definitely helps the individual or a students. It is a way, mainly a learning tool used in the classroom. Because when you are providing an opportunity for every individual, all the students, right, to contribute, to involve in the discussion, participation, in the discussion. So that way you are making the children to learn better than the classroom, regular classroom. So interaction is very, very important, and making him to develop some abilities and solve the problems by himself. That way it is very important to organize this such type of activities, for especially interaction between teachers and students. Then, so class talk is a tool for building an environment that serves a range of productive, interactional, social and intellectual learning functions. See, class talk is very, very, very important tool. But it plays a pivotal role in the building a good environment. So providing, that means healthy environment in the classroom, healthy environment, and that definitely serves a range of productive, interactional, that means see this type of activity, so which will be providing some sort of opportunity, and which will be productive interaction, productive activity, where you can find out solutions, where you can solve your problems, where you can get into some good jobs, occasional discussions, or clarifying many doubts. That way it serves lot of productive interactional activity and also social activity. You all know that when group of children are involved in the social activity, where they develop some sort of relationship, interaction, showing love and affection together, and they have a liking together and building up good rapport among the children. And social, because socially when they are involving, so the social bondings will be done during this type of class talk. And at the same time, this type of talk, which is mainly intellectual learning talk, intellectual learning, where the children will be keep on learning, they develop all intellectual abilities. That way it is very, very important for the children to learn intellectual abilities. So that is very important, right? Then teacher talk is a large part of how students learn. It's mainly, it's a teacher talk or whatever the class talk. In the class talk where teacher talks and also students also talks, that is, it's a large part of how students learn. That means you can understand that the children are able to learn that in the maybe in the second semester you have learned, second semester in the learning and teaching subject, we learnt about a socio-cultural theory. You know that? In the socio-cultural theory, where about children learn better than the classroom, in the children are involved in the social activity, social interaction. Because whatever our customs, traditions, our practices and day-to-day activities, what we do, social gatherings, that influences the children to develop a good intellectual abilities. So I think that way these type of class talk which helps the children to learn better. That's what we'd say here. Here is a good learning stage. And at the same time, through we have a model like such as initiate, respond, evaluate. That means when we are initiating a talk, giving introduction or initiating a discussion, and in between during the discussion, during the class talk, respond. That means maybe students also respond and teachers also respond, or a counselor will also respond. That way, initiating the activity, the responding during the interaction, and at the end of the topic, end of the class talk, we have to evaluate. That means understanding how much the talk was beneficial. It is a productive or not, it is not a productive or a productive, or what are the precautions or any difficulties faced. Like evaluate the complete program. That is called initiate, respond, evaluate. Right? That is called IRE. The IRE model involved the teacher asking questions and giving a appropriate feedback to the student. That means this model or this type of interaction provides you some sort of a appropriate feedback, where to improve, how to go about it, you overcome the difficulties that way. So giving a immediate feedback to the children to correct. That is what I say, giving the feedback to the students. Right? Class talk gives you platform for all these type of things. Then, so classroom talk or a class talk provides an opportunity to respond, to help them understand the reasons behind their response and to engage higher learning functions. So here the class talk provides some sort of platform, an opportunity to respond to the situation and making or helping the children to understand what actually they have to respond, what actually they have to give, interaction or contribute there. So through that response, what they do, they'll be through all interactions, these type of during the activity, interactions or discussions or whatever in the class talk, they'll be engaging themselves in the higher learning functions. So keep on higher abilities, higher learning functions. They keep on learning about all these things. That way, it is very, very important, right? Because of that, you should be organized. So talk is an essential element in teaching and learning within the classroom, as it is used to communicate our feelings, opinions and ideas. See here, class talk is very, very much essential. Why it is essential? Essential element because in teaching learning process, especially in teaching learning process within the classroom, if it is used this as effectively, so are organized effectively in the schools, what happens, which will be communicating our feelings, which helps you or provides an opportunity to communicate our feelings, opinions, our opinions, whatever, you can present your own opinions and your ideas, opinions, your things can be presented, your talents, everything can be presented during the class talk. Right. The use of class talk in the classroom can help students become a functioning member of a society. That means, see, one should be an active member. That means, when you are involved in the interactions, you will become an active person, active participation in the activity. So all the things will be, activate your all inner ideas, inner things. When it activates, automatically you will become, active. Voice is breaking up. Your active member, not able to understand, can you hear me? But somebody cannot hear, they have to test their ears. We'll see. Okay, fine. Right. So classroom talk definitely helps an individual to become an active, member in the society. Right? How active member? Because when you are involved in the interactions, automatically you will be an active person. So that means as they will be able to perform, form relationship with others. So because through this type of interaction, through this type of class talk, they'll have a good bonding, good relationship, having good rapport with the other persons, other people or peer group. So that way what happens, which will be starting with peers and also teachers, will be making a good, a social human being in the society. A good, functioning member in the society. So that way, so you'll become more and more active. When you have more and more friends, you will have a more and more active. So you should have a good relation with the good people. That way, what happens automatically, you will be learning will be more. Then you will become active. So you will become socially healthy person. So that way, these type of class talk which helps you to develop some social abilities. So that is because of that is very important. This implies that the role of effective talk can provide children with a variety of opportunities that will help them, to achieve more from their education. So here what happens, so children, when you are involved in that, class talk, effective, if they play an important role in that, class talk, automatically which provides the children a variety of opportunities. When you are active in the group, definitely provides you or gives you a variety of opportunities for the individual, for the children. that will help them to be what you say, achieve more and more in the education. You all know that when people are actively involved in all the other social activities, social gatherings, games, sports, or any activity, or in the class talk, in the discussion, that indirectly help the individual to achieve in the academic matters. In the academic achievement will be very high. Academic achievement means, so in the whatever the subject, in the other subject, they can score good marks or they can achieve more and more things in the education. That way, so this indirectly contribute into the development of academic activities. This class talk, when allow them to think, because when we allow them to think in the class talk, automatically that helps the individual to achieve more and more in education. So class talk highlights how children can form bonds with others, right? Through talk, as pupils are discussing and collating their ideas through communication, right? This also shows how children opinions can be. Here mainly these class talks highlights how children can form bonds. That means when you are talking in a class talk, when you are interacting in the group, slowly we can understand how people develop bondings, how people develop some sort of relationship with others. Maybe cooperation, coordination, understanding, exchanging of ideas, coordination, right? Or about showing some sort of sympathy or empathy, understanding about others, like many things. All these, when keep on children are learning, how these children learn, that can be, through this we can understand all those things. At the same time, through discussion and also collating their ideas. Collating means, so collaboration with other ideas. Maybe, so my idea is something, others' idea is something, somebody's idea. When you are collaborating all these ideas together, you will have a very good, idea. New ideas will come out. New things will come out that way. So you have to collaborate with your ideas, with other ideas. Definitely you can have a new idea that will help say better learning. So through that what happens, you will have a good communication with others, definitely, which helps the children to can present their ideas, and all those ideas can be taken into account. We can have a good opinion with all the children. When you have a new idea, that means respecting the views of all the children, all the individuals. That way, combining all these things and making a new idea. So that way, this class talk provides you a great opportunity to present all their feelings, ideas, and all their thoughts, and so on. That way, they can exchange, they can collide all those ideas with others, and have a good relationship. So that way, it's very, very important, right? So class talk is very, very important. That should be organized in the schools, frequently or yearly once, twice, thrice, depends upon the availability of time and depends upon the type of problems what the students face. Keeping all those things, those things can be organized in the schools. That's very important, right? So that completes about class talk or a classroom talk. Sometimes they'll ask you class talk or a classroom talk. It's one and the same, right? One and the same. Now let us take up about the career conference. Career conference. Okay. Now all of you have understood about the class talk. Now I'll pass on to career conference. So what is career conference? Here, career conference is nothing but where we are trying to call different types of people, right? And one particular platform will be created to discuss and to present ideas or about to talk to the other people, to experts or maybe experienced persons. So career conference where, right, means a meeting or series of meetings in which various professional experts in different occupations participate and make available their intimate knowledge of requirement and opportunities in their field work. That means here we are inviting a great personalities or important persons, experts in that particular area or in particular field, or maybe companies, or maybe in the educational field, educational organization, or maybe any other factories and different firms. So your experts, you are calling a professional experts in different occupations where they will participate together and make available their information, their knowledge to all the people in particular platform. So that is called as what you say career conference. So there what you say you can have a discussion on particular what you say profession, particular occupation. So that way this provides you an opportunity to understand various. It's one and the same career conference. It's one and the same career conference. That's right. So that way you can understand career conference as well as a career, career exhibition and career, what we have, career conference, career exhibition, career talk and career exhibition, one and the same. But here where we are going to have a conference, that's all, just a term conference, but more or less the activities are same. Right. Here, how do you organize a career conference in your school? Right? When you want to organize, you have to keep some of the points or guidelines in the mind. You must keep some guidelines in the mind when you are organizing career conference. Right? Then here when you want to organize, so first of all you must discuss about it is on a day career conference. Sometimes one day, not that is on. It's 1 day career conference or 2 day career conference or 3 day or a week. Like that way, you can have your own, depends upon the availability of time and depends upon the number of programs you wanted to keep, a number of people you are going to call, right? That and all, and also your budget, right? Everything should meet, depends upon your organization. Maybe 1 day you can organize conference, 2 days also you can organize, or 3 days. You can have a different sectors. 1 day engineering, 1 day medical, 1 day some other teacher, 1 day like that we can have different conferences, career conference, because of different professions. That way you have to decide about how many days or how much time you are going to keep a conference first of all. Next thing is you have to decide about that, right? About a conference students studying in the complex more than one school. That means whether you are going to invite the school from others or only it is limited to your school, limited to your only that particular campus or particular college, right? Or you wanted to extend this facility or this opportunity for other schools. So you must decide. That means students of the same class or different classes. Or sometimes you are going to call all different schools of nearby locals or nearby your places. So maybe your conference may be boys, girls, or only only boys or only girls, or sometimes you can organize for both. You decide about the conference, about whom you are going to organize. For only high school children, or for only 10th passed or a degree passed, or only that some those who are professional courses like teachers, teaching or B.Ed course, or maybe MBA, BBM and information, or whom you are going to organize. You decide about all this, and for girls, boys, or for both. That and all, before organizing, you have to decide all these things. Then, when are you going to organize and how to organize a career conference? When do you organize? So whether in which season you are going to organize? When educations are finished, just finishing the course, immediately you are going to organize? Or sometimes here in between some course where time available, summer holidays or maybe winter holidays, how do you organize? When are you going to organize? So what are all those things that we have to discuss? Under that heading, we have to see that setting up a conference committee. First of all, you must set a conference committee. One temporary conference committee should be organized. In that committee, you can have a secretary, first chairman, secretary, organizing secretary, or maybe treasurer, right? Then you must have your own members like executive body. Executive body, you can have one main committee. This main committee will look after everything. Another, you can make another committees. You can make committees like reception committee. Then program committee, then a publicity committee. Like that way, you can have your own many committees, whichever according to the requirement. According to the requirement, you can make committees. First main committee is a conference committee. You will be having a chairman, secretary, organizing secretary, treasurer, and your executive body or vice president like that, or executive body you can keep, right? Then another committees, subcommittees like publicizing committee, right? Then about the publicizing committee will take care of publicizing your conference through all the places, right? Then program committee, where the committee which will be in charge of organizing some committees, programs in the conference, maybe 2-day, 1-day conference. What are the programs throughout the day they will be able to organize. Reception committee, when the guests coming or people are coming, that inviting, organizing them or providing them proper platform and the seating arrangements, everything can be taken care of by reception committee. Like that way, so like that way you can make food committee if you want. If you are making a food committee where you can provide snacks or foods, they will be in charge of that committee. Like that, you can make many committees according to your requirement, right? Next is preliminary survey of students' vocational choices. So before going to have a conference, you must have a preliminary survey. You must know what actually students require, what actually the students need, maybe what type of job or what type of occupations they interested. So because you have to call only such type of people, otherwise it will be waste. What type of their need depends upon the real need of the students you can organize. That means you conduct a survey of local schools or your students, make a survey form, collect information, analyze those things and keeping that major number of students what they require. So according to that you can organize some programs. Right, that way, so it's very much important conducting a preliminary survey. Next, selection of topics for career talks. Next, decide about what topic to be discussed, whether to talk about calling a bank people, calling about some other in the education organizations, calling about companies, calling about army, defense, military, like whatever it may be. So what type of topic to be organized? So what type of career they wanted? They wanted to, like a chef, that is, what we can say, in the hotel management, like that way. What type of this thing depends upon the interest. You can organize some sort of talks, right? That you have to decide about the topics. And selection of experts for career talks. Then decide, so which are those, persons or companies very important in that particular field. Whether you call hotel management, whom to call. Whether to call hotel people or about to call companies, like whom do you call? That way you decide about the experts, where to call. Maybe you want to have a scientific, whether you want to call persons from ISRO or any companies or a bank people, like that way. So you have to think of different types of persons, of experts in that particular area, what occupations, what you wanted to discuss in the conference. Then selection of experts. Then next, providing an outline for career talk. See, that means you see that when you are talking with the expert, so what expert should speak about it? What expert should present in front of the students? That way, so you must think of what the talk should be given by the experts or experts or about the resource person whom you have called. What to discuss, what to talk about. You have to inform them. Then about the timings, about other things you have to inform, how to talk or about what are the arrangements you have made for that. That and all you have to make, take care of things. Then sending invitations. It's very important. The publicity, publicizing committee will take care of this sending invitation to all the schools, all the resource persons or about the experts to whomever you are calling. Those persons you have to take care of this type of publicizing the activity. Sending invitation to all, distributing pamphlets. That's what is publicizing the conference is very, very important. Because you need a people. Without people, you cannot organize the conference. So you need a public, you need a persons required, needy people. You call them, you provide them opportunity to aware of all the things available. That way, these are things to be kept in mind about organizing the conference. Then program of the conference day. So then what I will say, when you start a program, what are the things you have to do it? What is about the putting up the detailed program of the conference in the school notice board. That means when you start your program, immediately what are things to be displayed in the notice board, or maybe in the outside or in the veranda, or where you want to display things, you must think of where all the conference material to be displayed, right? Then putting up the list of speakers and their topics, right, of talks in the notice board. That means whatever the talk, like overall the resource person are coming, what time they are speaking, what topic they are speaking, right? Like that way you have to detailed, things you put up in the some notes board where you can keep all the people they see. That place if you display, automatically they'll understand, okay, today this program is going on. So first this, second this, like whichever is important, they'll attend that program. That way you have to display all the talks given by the different experts and what time they're going to talk about those topics. That way and all you have to display all those things in a proper or prominent places. The inauguration of the conference, then inauguration, then how do you organize inauguration? You have to inaugurate, then see that, because whatever the activity which is start, first of all you have to inaugurate. Inauguration is also important, where you can, so good inauguration, I would say, good beginning will be good completing, or you will be able to completing the successfully of your conference. So for that, so you have to do good beginning, inauguration to be done. Then tea, snacks to be given, provided to the participants. Then circulating the list of groups. So what are the groups are there when you want to make a groups, when you want to make some other type of topics, when different topics in different places, you make different groups, announce or circulate the list of groups. Then talks on different careers, in different rooms. So when you want to arrange sometimes about those who are interested about the teaching field, so go to this room. Some other wanted about the defense, you go to the other room. Some people wanted about the banks, go to this room. Like that way, make arrangement of different speakers on different areas or different occupations or different professions in different rooms. That has to be organized. Okay, when you are organizing the conference. Then screening of film strips in relevant careers. Sometimes anything like with what they wanted to display something, presentation to be done. For that presentation, you can make arrangements for the presentation in all the rooms. Presentation what they wanted to present it, maybe through films, through videos, through whatever they wanted to show it. Let them show all those things, right? Then display of career material and at a suitable places. See what are the career material and about the career occupations, details, all those things to be displayed in particular some suitable or prominent place where all the people can see those things, then make use of that opportunity. That way, so you should see that, find out a good place or a suitable place to display all the conference materials. And evaluation of the conference, you have to think about how to evaluate the conference, whether the conference was successful, whether the objective, the purpose was realized, the objectives were realized. All those things to know about this thing from the beginning till the end, about organizations when you are planning started until the end, implementation and completion of that activity. Till that time, you have to evaluate each and every program. Then you will understand what are the difficulties and other problems, whether it's a successful achievement of the conference. At the same time, you will understand about the complete conference. Then you can plan for next conference, what are the precautions to be taken, what are the precautions to be taken to make it more effective one, more successful one. When you want to do all these things, so for that you have to do evaluation. Then follow up the career conference. Sometimes when whatever all the discussed and people have registered for the job, and you see that whether those people get into those jobs, that way keep some follow-up work, follow-up activity. So where you can providing or reaching the information and material to the people, or providing passing on mails and other things, all those connections, reports, that should be to all these things. When you want to make your conference successful one, keep follow activity, follow up about the conference. Then career, next is career resource center. This completes about that, all about the career conference, career conference. Right. So next class, let us take about the Career Resource Center.